be offended with Joe and Tim.
Hey, Joe.
Hello there, Tim.
You did a good job not losing your breath that time.
Yeah.
Have you been exercising?
Yeah. So I'm fit and fiddle and ready for a show.
So I have a question.
Okay.
It was triggered as I set up my podcast studio because now that I'm in the back, I can see out.
My finger is hovering over
behind me.
Multiple buttons.
There's no music. It's just I have a question. It's how many years do two seemingly heterosexual men need to live together as roommates before you can just assume that the entire time they've been homosexual men who are in a relationship?
Okay, so this is good because I've got a segue to this. That's amazing.
Docked again.
So, do you remember the show Frasier?
Yes, I do. Now,
there was multiple shows like that. There was also like Larry and Balky from Perfect Strangers. The Odd Couple.
Wait, Frasier lived with his dad.
Oh, it was his dad? I thought Niles was also there. I thought
Niles was his brother.
Okay, but I thought I thought
Niles is his brother, and then
okay, so
he lived with his dad.
All right, so then it's Perfect Strangers is still there, and Odd Couple is still there,
and whatever. Yeah,
Balky and Larry, and but there's a lot of like TV shows that were two men supposedly heterosexual living together.
Yes. So I mean, I asked because there's somebody we went to high school with.
We outing somebody?
No, I mean we went to high school with over 200 people. So but him and who I believe to be his roommates, they live on the block behind me. So not the house behind me, but across
where
street
the
from
back
them
door
around.
is.
So I can see out the window, and I spend a lot more time now out because this is where my office is now. So
Jesus
I
Christ.
noticed the two of them yesterday coming out of the house again, and I was like, wow, they've lived together for those, for a long time in that house. And I think about like how sometimes I'm on a walk for my family and like I'll see them walking together.
Oh, no.
And like how I see them like around town together so often. I'm just like, maybe they're homosexuals because like we're like closing in on 40. So like after and they've probably lived together for like a decade. So at a certain point,
well, they're common marriage at this point, are they not?
Well, that's at a certain point, like they're not economically struggling, or they're not just looking to find the right lady. Like they're in love with each other. And I just, but they're not, there's nothing about them which would make you think that. I've never saw them holding hands. I've never seen them kissing. I've never seen them like prancing. We went to high school with a guy. I mean, I didn't think, so it's very confusing. So I'm just wondering, at what point, because I'm technically a neighbor. So I can see the doors, and technically I'm a neighbor. So I'm wondering if all of the neighbors just assume these are two homosexual men who live together. And I think there's a problem with that because directly next door to me are two homosexual men living together.
and you see them fondling each other all the time.
And it's fine. I mean, sometimes we'll actually set up by the window hoping to get a glimpse. But that's fine.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering. So I'm just if you have an opinion, because it just suddenly came to me after all these years, like I have to assume now that they're gay together unless otherwise proven. But I wouldn't have felt that way like 2 years ago. So I'm wondering, like, what's the point?
Well, what happened in the last 2 years?
Living together. That they've continued to live together.
Okay. It wasn't because of the pandemic anymore.
No, it wasn't
because
it was like the passing of linear time, where it's like nobody could possibly have a roommate for this long unless like they were actually in a relationship, like a sexual relationship with each other. So I'm just throwing it out there.
What about
or it's an age thing, like two men in their 30s. Like if you live together,
they're in their late 30s, right?
20 to 32. Let's say you move together in college and you live together until you're like 32. Even though you live together 12 years, not assumed to be as homosexual.
Yeah.
But if you live together, even between the age of like 37 and 40, even if it's just 3 years, I have to assume that you're in a relationship. Like at that age, you should have enough money to live it on your own. And if you've been living with another man, you're probably having sex with him.
I see it slightly different. I see that you can live with another man at any age, so long as it's within under 3 years. And it not be homosexual, because maybe someone's got hard times.
No, we're not saying it's the presumption of homosexuality. I'm not saying that they are actually together. I'm saying at what point, yes. So at 3 years. No,
I would say maximum.
At 3 years, all of the neighbors now say, oh, instead of like these guys are roommates, these guys are dating.
Larry, the couple of Larry and Larry.
Yeah, instead of like the roommates. Oh, where's your roommate? It's like, oh, where's your boyfriend? And
do they dress similarly? Do they have good fashion sense?
Honestly, they're always there's a lot of things that each other up all the time, and I don't really see them with shirts on. Do they frolic? Like, there's no
inkling.
There's absolutely
of
no. Yeah, they didn't have the flag in front of the house in June. Like there's absolutely no sign other than the fact that they've lived together for so long and that they're so old. And I think there's now a presumption of homosexuality that has it attached. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
You're on an island again.
So it's an interesting question. Because like, you know, like if
Well,
I don't know anyone else at our age in any context who has a roommate.
No, I can't think of a single soul.
I don't know a single person who's almost closing in on 40.
I know more people
my wife's here younger
closer to 40 that are living with their parents than they are with somebody random. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, at that point, you have to give up and go to...
And at that point, you can you either live with your parents or live with someone you're having sex with.
Yeah.
Yes. Or alone.
Or just it's just homeless. No, they might be gay. I think.
Okay. No, the presumption
because a decade is really far.
They might be gay. Fine.
Yes.
But they're presumed gay, and I think that's the important thing that we're establishing here. Yes. Whether or not they're gay is not for me to know or care. But I am now
awfully
the presumption is now gay. The presumption of gay has attached.
This is like innocent until proven guilty. You're presumed innocent. They're presumed gay.
Well, I mean, if you
otherwise,
what? How long? If they don't hear from you for 7 years, you're presumed dead.
Yeah,
right? So
okay.
If you live with another man for 7 years, you're presumed gay.
It's just a statute that we never.
This is just I mean, this is just the common law. I mean, a lot of people don't know that you know the American system just built upon the British common law, and I'm pretty sure that thou bequeatheth
the
presumption the homosexual in ye old times.
The ye old, just following in the classic. Of Roman times.
That part of Hammurabi's code actually fell off the stone.
Like, how can we intelligently destroy these people right now?
That was on that third tablet that Moses dropped. Remember, like these 10 commandments.
Oops. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I mean, I would be, they fall under some kind of alphabet, I think, because 10 years is too much. I couldn't stand.
Oh, so we to add another letter to that? LBGTI.
No, because they have question. Q is questioning. They're questioning.
No, this
assumed
is P.
A?
We're adding a P. We're adding presumed. Yeah, we're adding a P to the alphabet. We're adding.
Wow.
We're officially. I didn't know there were any letters left to add, but we are officially adding. Wow. Oh no, actually, pansexual might have been on there. Might have been a P for pansexual.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we'll have a second P for presumed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Which I feel like, honestly, like there's a lot of people in high school who would have been under the P. Like they technically could have marched, you know.
I wonder if
we had a teacher in high school that we couldn't believe when we met his wife.
Yes.
He was yeah, and he has children and everything, but he was presumed
still on Facebook.
Loved him. We loved him. We loved the guy. I still love the guy. He was the best. And he was just our gay teacher.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he had a wife
and these grown up.
I remember the day.
It was gorgeous. Wasn't she dating a celebrity at one point, or a baseball player or something? Yeah. Derek Jeter. Yeah. She was like not only his biological daughter, but gorgeous and like dating celebrities
and not gay.
And he was just presumed gay the entire time, and not that there's anything wrong with that.
I just. Yeah, well, okay. So speaking of high school and guys that were not gay but maybe presumed gay, was the opposite effect. We had another friend. I think you only hung out with him once or twice, but he was like a surfer dude, and like Chris and I, who's never been on the show, we used to hang out, and he would have like some drinking parties and stuff, and people would go over his house. And this dude was like, just like, he lived with another guy, and they were roommates, and that was it. Now I didn't assume anything of those two. But then, like, after weeks of hanging out, he just dropped his, like, the gay bomb by just mentioning that he had hooked up with some guy. And it was like what?
I'm not sure I remember this.
Yeah, he was, oh man, I can't say any names, but we'll talk about it after. But yeah, he was a dude who was very much like a surfer dude. Did
we continue to hang out with him after? Or did I ever hang out with him?
I know that you've hung out around him at other parties, but I don't know if you ever went over to like his place for his parties. But yeah, it was
apparently not. We were having two different kinds of parties in high school, I guess.
But yeah, and he just like dropped it on us, and I was like, "What? Wait, what?" And I didn't say it, but I was like very taken back.
It's nice people are busting stereotypes, I guess.
Yeah, and it was like the most dude of dudes, and like completely 100% gay. And I was like, it was the first time I met like a straight gay guy. You know what I mean? Like it was, and so it's the opposite of our teacher, who is the gayest straight guy.
Yeah,
he was like Nathan Lane, but. You know, it's like I guess there's a gray area, and these guys might be their gray area. Speaking,
I don't. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just presumed. So we're going to add a new letter to the rainbow alphabet.
Yes,
and officially,
it wasn't P anymore though. What was the letter?
No, it's P. It's P.
Okay,
it was having two P's in there.
It's PP.
No, not in a row. No, you have to move. Okay. You have to separate them. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure they worked very hard in figuring out the hierarchy. Presumed is pretty low. It's definitely below questioning.
They might be questioning. All right, Tim, I got something for you. Check your text messages. It's coming through hot and ready. All right, so I found something that Tim is a very athletic guy, right? He's Jocko of the Macho and Jocko.
Macho and Jocko.
Yeah. So
hey, it's Macho.
And Jocko.
Drinking my IPA, eating my steak raw.
Yeah.
And betting all the mortgage money on FanDuel.com.
God, are you plugging people? So I
don't think it's a plug, but I'm saying I'm losing all my money. Wife carrying world championship.
Yeah, so I think that I could see you and Amy,
my wife,
doing
Amy
this.
Well, maybe before the second baby. I mean,
crap. I just see like.
I mean, she's nursing, Joe. She's just all blue right now.
Yeah, she would not. So to describe it to everybody, there is a man who is running, right, in like a regular running outfit, and then there is the wife whose legs are wrapped around his neck, but backwards. Holding around. So her head is where his ass is, and she's wearing a little helmet. And it's an obstacle course.
And he just runs an obstacle course. Yes. It looks like there's a water. Oh, wow. She has to stay. Oh, so she's swear.
She has to.
Yes. When he's running across the water, she's just like face down being drowned.
She's just
that's pretty funny.
Drowning in his ass.
Or the water. The little water. So they run into a water thing. Then they run around a course. They jump over a little bar. They jump over another little bar.
Yes.
And then he collapses at the finish line out of exhaustion.
Yes, because he's carrying his wife.
Do you want me to sign up for this? Is that what you are?
I could see, because I know that you and Amy are both competitive.
We are very competitive.
And I could see like this being something, because we've been talking about sports a lot lately, and ridiculous sports off the show.
Yeah, Joe off the show. We talk off the show. Don't give that away.
All right. We're the gay guys. No, we talk off the show about a lot of these wacky, crazy sports that I've discovered, and this is one of them. But I immediately thought of, I see Tim and Amy doing this. I see Amy just being like, "Let's go," and then she like fucking straddles your neck. All she has to do is
just
I don't know. I actually think it's probably just as hard in her position because the guy is carrying his weight and her weight, but he's able to be upright and use his muscles in the way that they were built to be used. She's upside down, so she's getting a blood rush to the head. She's having to hold on, and she's using her muscles in ways that aren't natural to hold on to something and not drowning and not hitting her head and not like collapsing as well. So it's like, I feel like
who's the real athlete here?
Yeah, I feel like
horse or the jockey.
It's situation. Almost, yeah. Because you're the horse and she's the jockey. Oh, God. So I guess what it comes down to is I feel like this is something for you. I feel like I've discovered a sport that is actually something other than swimming that I see you doing. But also, I've noticed if you watch the whole video, it's on Instagram, everybody, but I'm sure it's on YouTube as well. There are some wives who are disproportionate to their husbands in these races / obstacle
bigger
courses.
Bigger than the husband,
same size or maybe even a little chunkier. And I'm just thinking of like, there's apparently no weight classes.
There must not be the prize must suck because there's a woman. Someone we went to high school with, her little sister, and they were gymnasts, so they're little diver gymnasts, so they're like 4'11", 5'1", nothing.
Yeah, something you can
married
throw.
A guy who used to be in the NFL.
Yes,
so like that's difference. The team.
Yes,
that's
of
the
course.
Team. You got like a 6'3" former defensive back with this little gymnast, and then he puts her on the shoulder.
There's a 2 foot difference.
So the prize must stink.
Because they're not getting
otherwise
these giant...
you would get these people signing up. It's like, I can make a quick $5,000 by throwing my 103-pound wife over my 225-pound body and carrying her.
Wonder. We should look into it and see what the price is. This is just bragging rights. I carried my wife through an obstacle course for the Marines.
Yeah, it seems like a redneck game kind of thing or something.
Yeah, but I searched. They weren't rednecks. This is like some just random. I don't know. I just think you should show it to Amy and
suggest it now or like a little more.
maybe like 6 to 8 months.
Maybe when the baby turns like 1 or 7.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow. Breaking some. All right, moving on.
It's just a little, she's nursing, so it's mostly boob, but still boob. It's heavy. Okay, yeah. It's mostly boob, but it's heavy.
But mammary glands are weighty. And
so we'd have to.
I guess there's also the pendulum effect.
We'd have to time the race between the feedings, so she's at her minimum. Because you wouldn't want to be carrying all that extra weight over the course.
All right. Well, that was my stupid news. Do you got something else on your list there? I have a bunch of bullshit, but do we want to talk about? There's a lot of like dumb things with aliens. There's a lot of
I saw the alien story.
Yeah,
the UFO expert, and they bring up they reportedly brought a body, and then they had some kind of YouTube. It was Mexican doctors found no evidence of assembly or manipulation of the skulls.
The bottom line was that
catch everyone up.
There was a press coverage of this court case, a hearing that was.
Well, it was a Congress.
The
Mexican Congress.
No. This is two separate things.
This is not this was not the alien body presented to the Mexican Congress?
No. This was before that when the U.S. government put on. I don't think it was actual trial, but they put on this guy on the stand, and he was a whistleblower of some sorts, saying that indeed the U.S. and this was like a high up official and all that stuff. It was all over wow, you didn't see this? This was like top cover of Well,
there was yes, but then the guy was also saying like he said like a lot of crazy.
He said
things,
a lot of crazy things,
was,
but the guy.
But everyone caught on to his alien story.
Yeah, but like
from all. You know, I mean, not to go Mel Gibson conspiracy theory on us, but he seems like a bit of a loon.
I guess what it comes down to is if this high up official was this loony, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He said there was aliens and there was non-human biologics. That's the word that he kept saying, the phrase he kept saying. There was non-human biologics. And then they were like trying to clarify, and he was like non-human biologics. And then if you just think anything that's not a human, that's also alive, like phytoplankton.
There's a lot of choices.
Phytoplankton is non-human biologics. Groundworms.
Like a dog, a cat. Yeah. Jellyfish.
Yeah, you're a salamander. So yeah, he like used phrases and things that were very much like avoiding saying the word like it's an alien body. It was like non-human biology. Yeah, and I'm like, dude, what are you here for? I think in 3 months he's going to come out with a book. But anyway, then it followed to this Mexico thing.
Yeah, it's because that guy seems like a loon.
Well, the whole thing is a loon because they did an X-ray of the so-called body, the mummified alien body, and it's a bunch of chicken bones and femurs from other animals, and they're all like
no,
in
but
the wrong
they're
position.
saying that somebody the story came out today that they that the doctors did an examination and they.
No, they did a full X-ray. You can look at the X-ray online right now. It's just a bunch of random bones. They took bones from a couple of different animals and made this alien skeleton and then mummified it and then like tried to make it look old.
This is the Mexican doctors one. The Mexican one presented to Congress last week. Mexican doctors found no evidence of any assembly or manipulation of the skulls.
No, that's the same thing. If it looks like a little statue, it's probably like 2.5 feet tall. This alien body thing. Yeah.
It looks exactly like what an alien would look like.
Yes, it was X-ray.
Yeah.
It is a bunch of bones of other animals.
So why would they go and present it to the Mexican Congress and then let all this stuff happen?
Why would this idiot go and claim that there's non-human biologics? What is the obsession? What do these people get out of it other than the book deal like 10 years later where they're like they're ruining their lives? Like the woman who was on the plane.
Oh, their lives are already ruined.
But the woman, the woman who was like, that person's not real.
Oh, that person's not real. She was obviously having some kind of psychotic event, right?
But like, she didn't deny it afterwards. Like there's an actual interview with her, and she was like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry that I reacted that way," but she didn't say what she saw, and she didn't deny that there was something. She just said that she shouldn't have reacted the way she did to what she saw. But she didn't confirm or deny the whole thing about what she saw. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people who want to be the person with the limelight on them about aliens. And I've never seen, other than the Ancient Aliens guy with the hair, I've never seen a person make a positive like outcome over being the crazy and alien person. Like the crazy alien person is always like cast out of society and, you know, discredited and, you know, they got to move. Like, like I don't understand.
Driving on in a camper van.
being in some crazy movies. No, but it's just
flying a crop duster.
Crop duster in the wrong fucking field.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this, but it's just like
I got there.
But it's just like there's never
but you don't see many much overlap between alien people and like really religious people.
Well, because they believe in a whole different kind of alien.
Well, I think that's what I'm going to say is that like it's a very
similar thing. It's the people who see Jesus on the toast is the same people who see the alien. In
like
the,
it's very hard to just be. You know, you for a very small amount of time on an infinite cosmic scale. And within, you know, if you're lucky, 2 generations, but for most people within a generation, totally forgotten, never spoken about again, no impact. So I could see why. Obviously, those people don't have podcasts.
Yeah, of course.
That's why they present a podcast. Yeah. Will we remember Trevor?
Of course.
But yeah, so I think there's it's, that's why like those 2012 movies and all that kind of stuff like really resonates, because like people want to live during the end time. Like, yeah, like people would rather.
Yeah, why is there everybody is rooting for the end?
Because they want to be there for it. Like the idea of like the universe going on for like another 6 billion years and like I'm long gone is just like,
wow.
Yeah. I think that's why, because people always think Jesus is coming back in their lifetime. People think aliens are coming. People think the world's going to end. I think it's cyclic. Just this,
like it happens.
It's this search for meaning. It's search for like, importance, that like, the history led up to this moment and me, and here in this, I'm going to witness the end of history. Yes, I'm going to witness the end.
Aliens arrive.
Yeah. So, and that's why people want to like upload their consciousness and stuff, because things, eventually we're going to start getting good technology again. I mean, the iPhone
hasn't updated
charger on it. Apparently, there's no flying cars still, and but eventually, I guess we'll get the future technology, and it's very sad knowing that people are going to be jetting off to their vacation homes on the moon.
Yes,
and we're going to be dead. Just going to be dead.
So I guess these people they just want to be like a part of something bigger than themselves.
I think so. They just want to, it's very.
But don't they watch
it's like a search
TV?
For a bigger meeting.
Don't they watch TV and then they say, look at that.
It's very passive, though. It is like, it's kind of, yeah.
What's so passive about it? I think it's quite active if you're going to destroy your life.
You can go out and make your own adventure. So why watch Independence Day when you can go out and
create your own Independence
Day? Aliens?
It's the same as the Bigfoot people, the Loch Ness Monster people. Like they want to believe these things so bad.
That was in the X-Files, wasn't that? I want to believe.
Yes,
that was Mulder. He really wanted to believe.
Yeah, that was the show title card. But like, there's so much more. There's actual crazy shit going on, and it doesn't have to be like aliens. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many other crazy things that are conspiracy theories with air quotes that are actually closer to being true.
Pick a different conspiracy theory.
No, but I'm saying there's much more things that are more likely to be real than
aliens are 100% real.
Not in the way that they're presented. There's living beings not somewhere else here. Out there, but they're not visiting. They're not visiting
at some point in time, because time is the universe is so long and so old that life could have developed and gone extinct literally thousands of times. Yes, and will continue.
We apparently
there's other parts of the galaxy that are younger than us, right? So those places haven't developed life. Then there's parts of the galaxy that's older than us, and life is already probably burnt out. So there's 100%. There's always been life on other planets, but then the idea that the life exists now, right now during your lifetime, and it exists close enough to visit us is insane. And that's, it's the same thing as thinking Jesus is coming back.
And like, that's the thing. I think these people, I don't know. I think it comes down to there's many more things to believe in that are much more realistic. Like
the whales are coming for us.
God.
What?
The whales are coming.
You're gonna believe.
Oh God,
we've messed up.
It's gonna be Sharknado, but with
we
whales.
have messed up.
$1 million idea. Yes.
Listen, alien conspiracy theorists.
If you're gonna come up with a conspiracy and it be original,
want a conspiracy that will not make your wife leave you, will allow your children to look you in the eye, keep your job, keep your friendships. The whales are coming for us. That's all I'm gonna say. Look into it. Be aware and always stay more than 40 yards away from the shoreline.
40 yards? That's pretty.
Well, how long did that whale made it like pretty far into the Brazilian rainforest?
This is the most bizarre fucking. Anywho,
that's where the whales have come
like
from.
the assassination
When they found the whale like 40 yards into the jungle.
Yeah. But I'm saying like the Kennedy assassination, like that's more something that you could sink your teeth into and be like, oh, the CIA did this, or oh,
yeah, but that was like 60 or 70 years ago at this point.
So was Aliens. Aliens was 60. No,
Aliens is constant. That's the point.
It wasn't before Roswell. There were
that's funny. That's true. Why are they not bringing up? They're bringing the mummified aliens.
Yes.
Yeah, they just came 70 years ago, and they were like, "Peace out." We probed all the anuses we need to. Yes.
And now we're gonna mummify. Why would you mummify?
They came. They saw those 70 Earth Mama muffs, and they were like, "We can't get into the anuses.
This is not gonna work. We can't probe these.
They won't come back for thousands of years, even though they've waxed all the butthole hairs away."
We've all established that they're just really horny aliens. I don't know. I just think there's many more things you can sink your teeth into than the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Well, Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot is pretty that's just like they're joking around. That's like the lady who married the Eiffel Tower. It's just okay, that's a bit. Aliens, I think people could really be in because there are such things as UFOs.
Well, no. A UFO is just an unidentified flying object.
I know, but people can say...
But we've cracked the case that it was just drones.
Drones, mostly, almost exclusively drones.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. It timelines perfectly with drones as well. And now...
And especially on the axes, too, because the drones...
Did you see Burning Man? Did you watch, the Burning Man videos? They have giant... things in the sky with drones doing impossible things in shapes and all this stuff. And I'm like, you see?
This is how they developed them.
This is what it was. Now it's just a bunch of assholes with a bunch of DJI fucking flight. It's just...
because we live near the airport, so
you don't see
multiple
drones.
Airports, but I live very close to JFK Airport. Yeah. So
you're in a drone-free zone.
A lot of planes, and then on really clear nights, you not only have the JFK planes, but you have planes taking off, leaving from LaGuardia. Newark is nearby. No, I'm saying on the lower level. So sometimes I'll see an airplane, but I don't. My eye doesn't know what axis he's moving on, so it looks like it's levitating or whatever it is. But I don't have the third or dimension on it or something. You know what I mean? It's moving in two dimensions.
I forget what it's called. I can't tell. It's an aviation thing where you can't tell if something's coming or going and in which plane.
Yeah, exactly. So you sit there and oh. It's like some kind of alien spacecraft, but if you watch it long enough, then now you can get that other fixed point and be like, oh, okay, it's moving up, it's moving down, it's moving away from me, whatever the case may be. Yeah, but at first you're like, wow, this thing is just totally levitating in midair, and then you're like, oh no, I just don't have the depth perception or something.
So it's a lot of people was just I guess they
always drones and it's drones and people who didn't understand
drones and people
they didn't have a fixed
the
point
ghost orbs. Those things, they're like, oh, there's an orb, and I'm like, it's a fucking piece of dust flying in front of your camera with the light on.
Oh yeah, that's always a good one.
It's just they're obsessed with it.
Yeah, clean your lens, buddy.
Yeah, it's you have dust in your environment. I could do that right now with a camera. It's just it's infuriating. I don't know. Am I getting triggered? I'm getting triggered.
I mean, but there's got to be more than just we see, Joe, right?
There's a lot of fucking dumbass people out there, and it's a taxing thing to go through life. Being of above average intelligence in this world and having to be subjected to the stupidity of the average human. And yeah, that's what I deal with.
Sounds like what the aliens would say if we were on their tracks. Nothing to see here. Moving along.
All right. Well, we'll be back. God, I don't know. I feel like I should be angry. I feel like I'm angry. I can't tell.
I pity. I
pity you.
There's two choices: anger or pity. Go with pity.
And we're back.
Hello again.
Hello there. So
here, man.
I'm sending
a little triangle of shame.
Oh, the triangle of shame is also a hot mess of a shame.
Yeah, the little soundproofing that I put up just traps the heat. Sweating.
I'm going to
By
send
the way,
you
a
some.
ciderless show.
That explains a lot. Okay.
So you will not, you did not hear the signature, the signature pop of my Downy cider can at the start of the show today.
Tim, you have another
Faithful
text
listeners.
message.
I have another text message.
Now, this is
Fire in
your
the hole, floating potty training candles. Oh, what? So the kid tries to put him out?
Yes. Apparently, this is a real thing that people use to train their kids how to pee into the toilet. It's so to describe it, it's a bunch of candles that float. They're floating candles.
But when you flush the toilet, won't it flush all the candles down? Or you just
like what? Now your candles, you're covered in
supposed
piss.
to fish them out. That seems really weird.
Like,
first of all, who has that kind of aim at potty training age? And secondly, why wouldn't you would just end up flushing all these candles down the toilet?
And also, this
or you
is
have
clearly
to leave the pee in your. You have to leave the pee in your in your toilet all day.
It's utterly bizarre. Also, it's only for the male audience.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want to be burning your poor little baby girl's
girl sit
butthole.
down and it just flames up her ass. She's never going to get the shot. So it's like...
That's a good way to make her afraid of...
afraid of anything.
Afraid of the toilet.
It's just like... I don't get it. It's a real product, though.
Is it a real product, Joe? I'm Googling right now to find proof besides your unsourced picture of fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole candles.
Floating potty training candles. Okay, let me refine my Google search.
No, you're supposed to leave it as a stupid topic.
Are you
Don't
the one
debunk
creating
it.
all this stuff?
Wouldn't that be like the best fucking like turn
like
of
you're
events?
the guy
I'm the dude
making all the fake news stories that I fall for. You just like you're so tuned into me,
targeting you.
Yeah,
I know your IP address.
It's just you just know like my my viewing habits.
Yes,
so, like shows like running ads like during the Miami Dolphin games or something. Like it's Inception or something. What is this?
This is on Blumfold. I'm the demise of your entire life.
He's like running fake news in like the local paper.
Oh my god.
He's like has like all like the Yahoo targeted ads for me. Yeah, he's just like most of my Facebook friends are just Joe, so he's just really sharing like all these news stories or whatever. I'm like, oh, interesting.
It was all me, Bond. It was all me. I've been the architect to your demise.
Which is so weird because we didn't even hear about you till the third. We didn't even know it was a serial trilogy thing until the third movie.
Yes.
So it's so weird that you were there the whole time.
I was just there every time. It was
number
me.
1 and 2. And how did we know that? Because there was a really quick cutscene to Lachief and a ring that I don't think he was ever seen wearing.
Ring,
even though he was playing poker and we watched his hands the entire movie. I'm not sure I recall.
He never had a fucking ring on.
A ring on him, but yet somehow.
Oh my god.
Is there anything worse than what they did to the Daniel Craig
Tim,
James Bond movies?
Tim, you should look under your wedding ring. Just a picture of me with my thumbs up.
The whole time.
Oh my god.
My kids are just like little like robots.
Everything is fake your entire life.
It's like the
But
Truman
for
Show.
no evil purposes. Wait, what was Blumfeld's evil purpose? Oh, because his parents liked Bond more than they liked him. Was that what it was? Yeah, that's what it was. It was childhood
jealousy.
The entire Bond series is summed up in childhood jealousy.
Wait, didn't Blofeld die pretty quick? Then the bad guy ended up being the other guy who had the little evil island. Remember, because he had the
Blofeld
the
got killed by him. That's in the same movie.
So Blofeld ended up to not even. So even that was like, this is dumb. They killed him off like a third of the way through the movie. Yeah,
because it ended up being that there was nothing they could top with the last one. They were like, we'll kill it off and we'll create a new villain now.
Well, no, it wasn't the parents. It was Judy Dame who liked James Bond more. It wasn't even his real parents. It was Judy Dame. M.
Dench.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Judy Dame. Dame.
She's a Dame. Judy Dench.
Dame Judy Dench.
wait for it. Where's the button? God damn it.
It's too late now. Timing's everything, comedy.
Dave.
Oh, there's Princess Diana.
Okay.
And of course, Dame Judi Dench.
Yes, eating her crumpets. She. That was the other. Oh my god! Wait a second. Hold the horses. The entire Bond
came
series
out like 10 years ago.
Wait a second. The entire Bond series is just about guys being jealous about James Bond. Because fucking what's his name in the movie before? He wanted her to be his mother, and then he wanted to kill her. It made no sense.
It was really bad.
They all make no sense, but it's all a bunch of insecure men who have mother issues. Yeah. That's all of the entire. Oh my god!
We should do a James Bond anti-fan podcast.
Oh my god!
Yeah, those movies were the first one had like. It's just like the best about James Bond was they were all like these standalone adventures.
Yeah.
And then for some reason they decided
let's put them all together.
After the second movie was like kind of a continuation of the first movie because of the
they were all connected, yes.
Of the woman. Yeah. But it made sense a little bit. But even that was stupid. It was like still like forced. Vespa. Yeah. And then they decide to like continue with it. It was like, no, like the reason James Bond was good is because like it's a totally different actor. He's a different age. Yeah, there's different like
Pierce
everyone.
Brosnan era was very good.
But even and the one before that were pretty corny. I guess so. In hindsight, was Pierce Brosnan the best Bond?
I think so. I think his series was the least connected. So you got new villains every time. You got new everything. The only people who were the same were the people who you wanted to be the same, which was Dame Judi Dench.
Yes.
and
Money
Penny and the Q.
Yeah, well, his movies launched the greatest video game of all time, which is GoldenEye.
Of course, yes.
But so that's that alone, iconic.
I'm wondering if we distilled Bond down to the essence is men with fragile childhoods and traumas,
fragile egos, and
yes, and they've become. Oh my god, it's your favorite topic. They're all incels. No. Oh no. God damn it.
Well, James Bond is certainly not involuntary celibate.
No,
but the guy on the island who killed Blofeld and kidnapped the French lady certainly was an incel.
I can't.
Well, I mean, I don't know because it was. Like when he wrote these, it was the novels. Fleming,
McFleming.
So maybe there was something about like maybe James Bond was supposed to be like a parody of like this British.
Was it written? I've never read. Have you read any of the Ian Fleming books?
No, I read.
Okay. So
I'm too busy reading the fake news stories you're
I'm populating your web with. It's all me. That's the way we should end the show. That's just the final season. It was all me. It's all been orchestrated. I'll post a photo and it's a giant wall of just webs of everything connected together. Little pins and things.
The whole time. Okay, so Ian Fleming wrote Casino Royale, which was the first
one, which is why the movie was the first movie.
In 1953. So you're in a post-World War II Britain.
Manly men back then.
Or Maybe it was some kind of.
Oh, it's the kids who were too young to go off to war, and so they had the broken family, and they just.
I'm just saying, maybe James Bond, the original character, is not this masculine man, but maybe like some kind of like commentary on post World War II England or something.
Just a bunch of soft men. I don't know.
Casino Royale was written after and was heavily influenced by the Second World War. Britain was still an imperial power, and the Western and Eastern blocs engaged in Cold War.
Yeah, but this doesn't bring up Blomfeld.
The journalist William Cook observed that the decline in power of the British Empire, Bond pandered to Britain's inflated and increasingly insecure self-image, flattering us with the fancy that Britannia could punch above its weight. That's what I'm saying.
They were insecure.
That's what I'm saying. When you said that, it actually triggered to me. I was like, no, wait, like the fact that this happened after like this was like this national. They just got their
all insecurity.
The empire was falling. They got their asses kicked in World War II, and if it wasn't for the Americans saving them, and then now this James Bond, so they made this James Bond character being like this, The cultural historians Janet Wollicott and Tony Bennett agree and consider that Bond embodied the imaginary possibility that England might once again be placed at the center of world affairs during a period where its world power status was visibly and rapidly declining.
But then they also
Janet Wollicott and Tony Bennett agree with me.
Tony Bennett, the singer,
cultural historian Tony Bennett,
the crooner.
Parts of London there was still had unclear bomb sites. There was rationing being regulated. Coal and other food items regulated. Bond was the ideal antidote to Britain's post-war austerity, rationing and the looming premonition of a lost power.
These damn Brits.
So it makes sense. So the original James Bond was
insecure
like a boastful
villains.
Thing. So it kind of makes sense that all these years later like we've misinterpreted Bond, I guess, this whole time. Like Bond is the hero to the incel. Yes, like Bond gets the women
is a bunch of
who you don't get. Yeah, John. Yeah.
It's the guys watching it like, oh yeah, I could get that girl.
I would have shot that person at Poyo in the eye from a moving helicopter 400 feet away.
Son of a bitch.
I guess we can. So we got rid of the vagina candle music. Now we get rid of the James Bond music. We ruin everything.
We just ruin everything. Oh man, I don't even know where to go from that. All right, well, that's a bummer for all of you people who enjoyed Bond. And
that's funny. They released a version of the book in paperback,
without
and they changed
something?
Bond's name to Jimmy Bond.
I'm Jimmy Bond.
His name's Bond, Jimmy Bond.
Jimmy Bond.
I'm a barback down at old Flannery's. Yeah.
It's just some fucking.
If
you strip away,
just some fucking mook.
If you strip away the imaginary, is this all just an imaginary? Is this an alcoholic that's just imagining stuff? Like it's Bond. But then, like, you cut to what's actually happening, and he's like drunk in the street, like shooting a cap gun at guys, and just like trying to molest these drunk girls coming back from like a fucking bar, and he can't. Like, I think it's all a veil. Oh man, and I love this shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. They're gonna
they're redoing it.
Bond eventually.
It's gonna be a younger
and
guy.
Actors strikes ever end.
Yeah, God.
Do we ever get?
It's gonna be a younger guy. It's gonna be Spider-Man. That's who they're gonna.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah, he's in the top. Him,
incredible dancer.
The gayest thing you go to.
No, I'm just saying his version of
yeah. We all know what it is.
Umbrella.
Him in knee highs and whatever it is.
Yeah, he broke the internet with that one.
Yeah. That's how we won over that girl.
Do you know how many years it's been since the fappening? By the way,
a long time.
Yeah,
and we're still reaping the benefits.
It's just crazy because like I remember like a lot of those girls were in like Glee, and I was like that like what the fuck did you 2014? Remember the Fappening incident? Took place in mid 2014. Wow, so next year
will be the anniversary.
We'll up on the 10th anniversary of the Fappening. Wow. I can tell you most of those pictures still hold up.
Yes, they do. They hold up on my wall quite well.
I'm holding up right now, thinking about it.
They hold me up as well.
Just thinking about it.
There's a lot of up.
Mid 2014. I'm trying to think. Did I have a girlfriend in mid 2014?
I don't know, but it was a great time in history of mankind.
I did have a girlfriend.
Oh.
But I think
was she on the Fappening?
No, she lived. She lived semi-long distance, like a 2-hour drive away.
Okay, distance.
So
enough.
we only would see each other on a weekend. So my assumption is I was just probably just fapping like a maniac during the week.
Wasn't Amber Heard the shit heard around the world? Amber Heard a part of that? She was.
Was she in the Fappening?
She was in that Fappening. I believe she was on top of a bed too. I wonder if that was Johnny fucking Depp's bed where she shat. I need to pull up these photos. I want to see the scene of the crime.
Full Fappening.
That's when Ariana Grande.
The Business Times, actually, ibtimes.com has an article, Full Fappening Victim List. Wow.
Their IT team is proud of that.
Who do you want to see?
No, I was going to say, I did the math Ariana Grande. I did the math on Ariana Grande.
Oh yeah, I remember you.
And I was like, no, that's because she like vehemently denied that it was her. And then I put all the things together and I found photos of the birthmark and then the teddy bear and then the rug and then the this. And I did that with Jennifer Lawrence as well.
Jennifer Lawrence's face were in the picture.
Yeah,
so that's a little easier.
No, because they thought that it was fake.
If you looked past her butthole, like you would have noticed that.
They thought the cum on her face was fake. It wasn't.
Apparently, Mary-Kate Olsen was part of the Fappening. Is this article? I don't not remember.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What year? What age? No, this is already too late. Because after a while, there was a decline.
Lavigne was part of the Fappening? I don't think that's true.
Avril Lavigne or Adam Levine?
Avril Lavigne.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that being true.
Avril Lavigne, yes, she was a part of it.
But I don't think she was naked in the Fappening stuff because not everyone's new. Not everyone who was Fappening.
Hayley Williams from Paramore, she was in it. We get to see her boobs.
Well, we should probably do it next year. We should do a Fappening anniversary special. It's an anniversary. Maybe we can get like guests on and everyone can like tell their masturbation stories. I'm not sure. Yeah. Where were you? Yeah,
get your gay neighbors to come over and find out.
I remember where I was when the Twin Towers came down. I remember where I was when we found out that the Fappening was happening.
I was mid yank. What is this?
I just immediately ran home. I just like left work early that day and just like immediately left. Yeah. There's like a table saw running or something, like
just a Tim-shaped cloud.
Yeah, I'll always remember. That was the day that I totaled my car. I forgot to put it in park.
Yes. But you sure got home to those photos.
No, I was I was so busy running into the house that I forgot to put the car in park and ran into traffic. Yeah, I'm calling up Verizon. I need more bandwidth.
There's not enough. It's too slow.
I got like 4 computers running.
I wonder if there was trader. I wonder if there's like an influx in bandwidth usage across that time. You know, I like the Super
biggest,
Bowl,
the biggest.
They prep the water, the sewage, and the water for all the commercial breaks and all that. I wonder if they prepped for the Fappening 2.0 when they knew it was coming.
It was like the biggest, internet used in history. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I just thought that the other day. I was like, oh my God, it's been almost 10 years since the Fappening.
Yeah. There's a lot of things. Like when you think about how long ago 2019 was pre-COVID, it's just like, oh my God, I feel like that was like 2 years ago and it's like 5 years ago now.
Well, those COVID years don't really count.
Oh my God. It's just a mess. Well, anyway.
Like as a society, we've all agreed that like those years just didn't
exist.
Yeah.
I got something for you.
We have to keep doing this, man. I'm ready to go to bed. What are we?
Oh God. Technology advancements have been in all the rage lately. This forced segue. Where's the forced segue alarm? I don't even have the alarm. Fuck it. I'm just gonna force it.
No lube.
Sometimes it's just better that way. Here we go. All right. So forgotten technology advancements that changed how you enjoyed things, like the internet. Like
sure.
Like what else did we enjoy?
The wheel, the fire,
electric I mean recent,
air conditioning,
recent, not like in the year 2000. You meant
the Succomatic 3000,
John's favorite machine at the grocery store, apparently.
Yeah, the wireless keyboards. I don't know.
Yeah, what if we actually wait a second? What have we advanced that we've enjoyed other than the internet in the past 30 years? Is the internet just all
solar panels, electric cars? I mean, everything kind of comes out from the internet.
Yeah. What the fuck are we enjoying right now?
I mean, infant mortality is very low historically. Planes barely crash anymore, so they've definitely improved plane design and maintenance.
Even like for entertainment, I'm talking entertainment. Like what
the Switch is pretty fun.
The Wii, VR.
Oh no! There's no list that I will walk off this podcast. I put a VR on a list of greatest inventions.
The VR minute, everybody.
Is that what this is all about?
No. That would have been great.
Oh,
that would have been the longest
where you're going with this.
All right, okay. It'd be so sad. Do you remember when it was a big deal that you got picture in picture on your TV?
And you know what? They don't even have that anymore.
But it was a big deal.
It was awesome. And then all of a sudden they don't have it anymore. Which would be awesome for like football.
Yes, it's for any sports watcher. Yes, they would have the ability to watch two
for
different
some reason
things.
They got rid of picture in picture. Maybe as the 4K and stuff, or right?
No, it was just, I think at some point in time,
there's too much.
iPhones became
the second screen,
the other screen. So you were able to watch whatever, see your stats on whatever, and then look at the TV. But there was a huge deal in picture because I remember
picture in picture was awesome.
I remember that being like,
I miss picture in picture. I love picture in picture.
I remember. And I don't know if you were there when this happened. I remember when we utilized that technology to like the extreme. We did picture in picture one time where people were watching a sports event.
Oh, we were playing Halo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was like a miracle.
Yeah. I don't know how we got that to work, but yeah, we literally had picture in picture.
We had picture in picture.
And the small picture was some sporting event or something.
Yes. And
then the rest of the screen was multiplayer Halo. Yeah.
And it was multiplayer Halo. So it was like it was a quad screen plus the picture in picture.
Yeah. Somehow we were able to like figure out. Yeah. I do remember that. Yes.
So that was like the pinnacle. That was the era of like.
Yeah, I'd have to do some research and figure out why. I can't think of why that went away. My guess is the only thing is that the video quality is taking up so much bandwidth and computing power that they can't.
Not even a fraction of that. No.
So why? Why?
I just think people just forgot it existed.
No, but they don't offer it.
But that's what I'm saying. They also don't offer 3D TVs anymore.
Well, that would never caught on.
But it did, and everybody bought them because that was all that was available. If you from like 2012 to 2018, if you bought a TV screen larger than 40 inches, it had 3D options. It was always the thing. It was 3D. Everything was 3D TV. They were expensive, but everybody who bought the bigger TVs also got 3D along with it. Because it was like, why not just get the 3D one? And then it just disappeared.
I don't remember a 3D TV craze or
I know anyone. I was in Best Buy quite a lot.
Well,
Says a lot about me. But yeah, I remember that. But picture-in-picture at some point in time went away. And it was a crazy thing because it made our lives better. As the entertainment center of your household, being the television, having the ability to have something else going on to distract you from the thing that's already distracting you. To not pay attention to your wife.
Some TVs still have picture-in-picture.
But
Sony?
When's the last time anybody's utilized it?
I would utilize it.
You might have. Do you have picture-in-picture? Do I have picture-in-picture? Oh my God. Maybe it's been there all along.
I've looked. I have a button. I think I have a button on my...
You have a PIP button?
I have a button on my thing, but it doesn't...
So I found an old remote from one of my TVs, and this is what sparked it all. I had and there was a button that said PIP. And I was thinking about it for a second. I was like, what the fuck is PIP? I was like, oh, picture-in-picture. And so that like sparked this whole thing.
5 best picture-in-picture TVs in 2023.
What?
Let's see.
That's just split screen. That can't be picture-in-picture.
Picture-in-picture cables.
There's no way. I don't believe
second, third TV, influence HDMI standards, complicate the PIP equation to achieve PIP with HDMI sources. One would potentially need dial tuners, 2 HDMI cables, and 2 TV inputs. In many cases, as pointed out, while changing channel, the delay could handshake and make the experience less than seamless. Wave of technology has reignited interest in PIP, smart TVs boosting multiple sources.
Stand by, everybody.
Top picks. LEG 65-inch, Amazon Fire TV 65-inch, Samsung 75-inch OLED 4K. Apparently, Samsung has a 77-inch.
Wow,
with
that's pretty big.
Picture.
You know what's funny is at that size, the picture-in-picture is probably the size of like a regular size TV.
I'm not seeing, though, when I scroll in the review that they actually say they have picture-in-picture.
I'm telling you, man, this shit's gone.
Is this like an AI written...
Oh, you fell for it again. I strike again.
It's findthebest.com.
Wait a second. I need evil music. Do I have evil music? It is I.
Have you inceptioned me again? You brought up this topic just to
more stupid things to your computer.
Well, no, you introduced the topic.
Yes,
and then I'm going to Google the topic, and then you send me.
This is how I make money on the ads. All this time I'm I'm just reaping the benefits of duping you. That's why I've been doing the show for fucking ever.
I've noticed I've never really seen you knowing of working.
Yes,
so
I haven't worked in years, apparently. Just bought a big house. It's all generated off of
money.
You. All generated off the ad money of you clicking stupid shit. Oh my God.
Okay, I am in the Samsung website.
Oh God.
I'm trying to confirm whether or not there's really picture-in-picture. I have a feeling.
While you do that.
What? Oh, is the show over? As I'm shopping for
shopping for a new LG TV. Somebody's fucking Linus and whatever tech corner. All right, so I got one more stupid thing that we're going to end on briefly, hopefully. I Am Legend, the movie, right?
Okay.
So pretty darn good movie. It was one of Will Smith's last good movies. There was an alternate ending. There was an ending that we saw in the theaters, and there was an ending that was cut. It was completely changed. They reshot the ending. The ending that we got to see was the changed ending. The original ending was that he survived. He didn't die and blow himself up with the grenade while the girl got away.
Okay.
And they're doing an I Am Legend 2 where they're picking up with Will Smith with the ending that was never released. Just so they could do a sequel. Because the movie was so...
release the first movie with the new ending? With the original... Wait. What was the original? Wait, so the original ending was he died?
Yes, the original... The ending that made it... The ending that people wanted, him dying, because they reshot everything because it scored better with him dying at the end. That was the ending we got, which was good ending.
So they're re-releasing the movie with the original ending so they can make a sequel, or are they just going to pretend?
They're going to pretend that movie, the ending that nobody saw except for the few that bought the Blu-ray and watched the alternate ending. They're now making the sequel based off of the alternate ending that nobody's ever seen.
Like I said, I understand why the writer's strike hasn't been resolved.
How
it was all a dream.
Yes. How on earth? Like, it was a good movie. The ending, everybody was thrilled about how this movie as a whole was. It was a good arc. It ended. The people went away. He died. He sacrificed. Everything worked. He got to fulfill this fantasy. And then the money grubbing assholes were like, you know that movie we made, by the way, 10 fucking years ago?
More than that.
Yes, it's like 12 years ago. Yeah. That movie we made 12 years ago with Will Smith, whose career was at his peak, and now he's on the decline. We're going to make a sequel, but the ending
get him for a lot cheaper
movie,
now. His quote probably lessened.
The ending that was in that movie, no. We're going to go with the ending that nobody saw, and we're going to make a sequel based off of that.
All the zombies look like Chris Rock.
Yes.
Truly pander to the American public.
I don't think. I think we have to end on that. I think that's the joke to end on.
Yeah, I mean, it's somebody wrote an article that the problem was when it became content. Like, basically, it's like, well, we have streaming services and we have, movie theaters, so everything just became about content instead of actually, like, art and creativity and leveraging intellectual property.
Asses in seats. That's all it is.
We get what we deserve, but on the other, like, it's what's the studio A24, right?
They do good movies.
They're independent or something.
They don't pander to anybody because
you hope these things are cyclical and it goes back to that, because people do, those movies are resonating with people. They're making a lot of money, so you hope at some point, like, they ran out of, like, what was it, Blue Beetle? I never heard of Blue Beetle. I know it's Spider-Man, but, like, I guess DC Comics was like, get me Spider-Man.
Oh, fuck this. Anything, so any comic book thing, forget it. That's just, so that ruins the entire industry.
So I guess DC had the Blue Beetle. I never heard of it. The movie came out. I don't think it made any money. I know nothing about the movie other than it came out, but it was Spider-Man, but instead of a radioactive spider, it was a beetle, and somebody becomes, it literally was like somebody said, get me Spider-Man. It's like, well, but Marvel owns Spider-man. Then get me another fucking beetle. I don't care. I just need a boy and a radioactive superpower. Yeah. So they made the Beetle. But again, like, that's the level of comic books that we're at, where people have never even heard of them, don't know them, they stink. So maybe there's hope. I don't know. Maybe we'll get original stories again.
I got an original story.
But again, that's why actually, as I said earlier, that, you can sit and watch TV, like, we're consuming, like who's, like, someone needs to sit there and create instead of consuming. So I say go for it, alien people, because you are our next generation of creators.
Okay, there you go. That's how we're ending the show.
On a positive note.
Find us everywhere. Subscribe to us. Be Offended Radio. We're on every fucking channel. Everything, everywhere. In picture. Good one.